So 6 months on from my £10,000 mastermind in Dubai, what's changed and how have I progressed in business? Just to give a quick recap on, I spent part of December in Dubai in a mastermind, had really great experience there, learned a lot, and there was a lot of takeaways. If you've seen one of my previous videos where I talked about Daniel Priestley, I had a lot of takeaways from it. But I've had people ask me what's happened in the 6 months since then. What have I learned and what have I been able to implement into my business? So this is what this video is about. What's changed for me? What's my focus? What were maybe some of the lessons I've had from Dubai? How am I implementing them? And what's some of the lessons from Dubai which I've changed my mind on? Well, to start on that there, one of the things coming out of Dubai was placing focus on what I'm doing now and areas I'm focusing on and having success with. So rather than necessarily going in and focusing and looking at different strategies, different ways of doing things, really what has been a big focus on me is leaning into what's working for me. So really that has been my e-commerce business and my buy-to-let terrace property strategy. So for me, that's what 2025 has been about, is I've really leaned into this here. I've been trying to make them as systemized as well as I can, trying to remove a lot of the fluff from the businesses and really focusing on the core elements. And I found this focus has meant I've actually stripped back a lot of what we were doing, a lot of elements within it. And I've actually found that this has had really good progression. People are understanding what I want a lot more in terms of the properties when I'm dealing with builders, because I'm keeping it really clear and simple. I'm able to say yes or no a lot quicker on decisions because I know exactly what it is and I'm not thinking about a million and one other things. But then to actually go into my e-commerce business, this has been really important. Maybe you've seen previous videos, particularly the reels we've done, is where I've talked about when you're building brands and you're trying to build them to be premium brands, that it's about simplicity is one of the most important things. That simplicity and focus on what the brand is about, the core elements of it, we've actually really doubled down on. Don't feel doubled down is even the right word because we've placed that much focus on it. We've taken a lot of what I felt was very unnecessary information there and just got rid of it. It's not necessary, it doesn't help the consumer, and it's just there maybe to try to make the brand seem better, but it actually isn't having that effect. So we've really minimalized and given exactly what the customer wants, exactly what the customer needs, no more, no less. And we found that has really helped everything. The customer understands the brand a lot more. We're able to focus on the core elements in terms of marketing, in terms of our ads and everything else. And that's had a really positive effect in terms of our growth. This year, I've said it's all about focusing on what I do well and really doubling down on it, not getting distracted by other opportunities that could be coming into my pipeline, because I'm still in a very much a growth stage of these businesses that really require a lot of my focus. So that's been very good in that I've had to really focus and double down on it. And that's been a personally great experience for me. One of the other elements that came out of Dubai was focusing on what property strategy. Again, given some of the masterminds that were there, who are all focused very much on property, very much believe in the HMO strategy. And they were very much, for me, going, this could be a good opportunity for you. And while I completely agree with them on that there, and their advice is correct 99% of the time, really for me this year, I wanted to have that focus, is what I was talking about in the last point, and really focus on what I know I'm doing well. And that's personally where I went with the terrace style properties, this buy-to-let BRR strategy. That really is what I know well, what has been working for me and what's really starting to help take the business forward. So that's one of the big things I focus on, which is actually goes with the first point but slightly against the second point. So one of the other things I've taken from this, if you listen to the video I've done with Daniel Priestley, which will include a link below in the description, which if you haven't watched it yet, do watch it. Daniel Priestley is one of the best business minds I've ever listened to. Big fan of a number of his books. I've talked about Key Person of Influence on a number of occasions. If you haven't read it, do read it. It's an absolute game changer in terms of you looking to build your personal brand. But really, for me, one of the things Daniel spoke about was the 7-11-4 method, about trying to have your brand and your company everywhere. So this has been a real focus of me. Again, YouTube is one of the elements we've done in that there. Again, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, and we also have YouTube Shorts. And you can actually find both me and my brand across from there. And that's had been really beneficial for me, is that we've tailored it all slightly differently for each platform, which is falling within the method. But also what's been really important is that it's helped bring actually more people into my network. I've actually found I've got a lot more opportunities, whether it's posting on LinkedIn from particular business executives who have approached me about working with them, or it's other people within property who have commented on, and I feel that that's been really beneficial. Again, even in terms of the actual e-commerce brand I run, what I found is that we've had a lot more people coming in, seeing us in different elements, seeing how our products are used in different ways and different angles. It's been really beneficial to them, and if it's been beneficial to them, they have a very good feeling about the brand. They're more willing to trust the brand, they're more willing to like the brand, they're more willing to talk and promote about the brand, which is something we've seen. We've actually seen our organic reach has exploded this year, really, from doing that there. So again, that's been a big approach I've taken, and it's something I'm continuing to do. Yes, it's a lot more work for me, and it's particularly at the start, you might not be seeing the rewards from it, but it is something that compounds over time, like a lot of things in life, that this compounding effect 6 months on is actually where I'm really starting to see sort of the fruits of the labour as such coming through. So that's been a big element. One of the other things that's been brilliant that's come from Dubai, and it's been 6 months on from it, and something I'm really trying to nurture, is sort of the close network that was actually built in Dubai. So it wasn't just me on the mastermind. There was Bailey, there was Ben, there was Ross, and there was Andy, who was all on the mastermind with me, and they've actually been really great contacts for me, both on the personal level and the business, and it's actually been quite a good mix. These were all guys who are very similar position to where I'm at in business. They all have slightly different business models. Like for Ben, he's a fantastic landscaper up in the north of Scotland. The likes of Ross and Andy are doing rent-to-rents, HMOs, education within South of England and Manchester, and Bailey is doing building GDV properties in the millions, and he's absolutely smashing it. But it's been really good for me to connect with these guys, understand and have people who are in similar levels of business as me, similar stages of business, and to be able to bounce ideas off them, get ideas that really they're finding, test out ideas, and just people understanding what you're going through. Like when you're at this stage of business, it is lonely. Again, while I have people who I work with, I don't have any direct employees, and not many within sort of my close circle of friends back here in Belfast are kind of doing anything similar. So to have these guys there has been a massive help, both personally and on the business level, and it's something I'm always, for the 6 months on from Dubai, I'm looking to cultivate more. I'll find more people who are in similar situations, find out what's going on, and have these conversations with them. So the 4 elements that I've learned from Dubai has been narrowing the field of what I'm taking in. So that's focusing on certain elements and getting rid of the fluff within a lot of things. Second one is a focus on buy-to-let properties. For me, that's an area that I've had great success in. I'm focusing on that there. The third is focusing on the 7-11-4 method, which Daniel Priestley talked about. The last one, and I think it's been one of the most important ones, is actually connecting with people who are within similar stages of business with me. So 6 months on from Dubai, has the £10,000 been worth that I've spent on it? I can safely say it actually has been. It's one of those things of you maybe not always getting immediate results, but focusing on the lessons I've learned and the lessons I will continue to learn from that there and implement, I can safely say now then yes, the £10,000 has been well spent. So if you've liked this video, we've got a number of videos down below and previously which we've done. Love you to watch them, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below, and if you want to follow my Instagram, we have a lot more videos going on here, which is going to be really good, a lot more reels, snippets of information, and just update us on what I'm doing in business. So yeah, thank you for watching. Cheers, have a great day.